Good morning. Cleaning off my table. I'm always cleaning off the table, I feel like. Getting the machines geared up. Yay! I know, aren't they amazing? I need to get behind mine. I have two bags I really would like to make before AwesomeCon, and I want to utilize my free arm. Um, I need to get one of my chair wheels fixed because the of the wheels popped off. So I need to go order a different part so that way I don't have to carry one chair all the way around the room. Um, I'm going to be sewing today in Patreon on my baby Juki because we're going to be sewing with wax canvas. I'm really excited about that. That goes live on at noon. I need to cut out my exterior. There's not a lot of components to the today's setup. It's really going to be fun and fast. It's just learning new techniques that we may have not thought of until we were actually put in the position of having dual pockets side by side or stacked on top of each other. So there's that. I'm really excited for you, Julie. I am cleaning. Today's the last day I'm going to be using my Samsung the smaller tablet, the 7 light. I over the weekend because it was President's Day weekend and because I always buy Samsung stuff, I had points and then some stuff that I was able to trade in like tablets, old watches, and I was able to get a newer Samsung that has more RAMs, more memory, and everything. It should be here today. So I feel tremendously blessed and so excited about that. Because I'm telling you, editing is not fun on your phone. Um, and it was just a huge problem. So now that's going to be solved. It was an interesting weekend. I had to get insurance for the convention and the if you okay, so do yourself a favor and if you're a person that's going to sell at conventions or exhibits, get insurance. But before you get insurance, you need to find out if the exhibit requires it or not. And here's the key reason why. Some exhibits don't require anything. They don't care if you have insurance or not. They don't find themselves liable. You kind of click that box that you're not liable when you sign your name on the red line that you're going to be doing selling at their convention or exhibit. So some like AwesomeCon and AutoCon and all that stuff like that, they want you to have insurance. When you have insurance, you have to put them on as also people that can claim on this insurance. And it's usually the building and then the company who's running it. So I have a tendency of not buying the year long because some companies don't care if I have it or not, and I do. I'll just pay the $39 and for that weekend, and then there's some that they need to be part of that liability insurance, and it just gets all kinds of complicated when you pay for the year in advance, and that's just my personal experience. It's a it's a tedious process, but it's important to have because if someone steals from your show, you can file a claim if the place sits on fire or a magical sinkhole happens or something, then you can file a claim just like your regular insurance. So it's worth having. It's just a lot of components that has to go into it, and it's just it's taxing. And then the cheapest insurance I could find is through ACT. Um, like all even through my regular insurance that I've had for years, even through Navy Federal Credit Union, it's not cheaper than ACT. So yeah, paperwork, the boring part. So yeah, I did get my table. My table is at a corner. That's what I requested. I paid more to have a corner table so I can have a table going this way and this way. And I am right across from the Star Wars booth, which is prime real estate because the main actors that are going to be at AwesomeCon are the people that played Ahsoka, Rosario Dawson, the guy that played Anakin Skywalker in the prequels and also in Ben Kenobi and all that stuff that's going to be there. And just a lot of people from Star Wars is going to be there. So it's going to be very Star Wars driven. And I'm at right across from the Have the Star Wars Experience booth. So I feel like this can be a tremendous blessing where people will go to this booth and then they'll see my bags and they're like, holy crap, I want her bags. So I'm like excited. Now, speaking of Star Wars, I dubbed this Glitter Wars. I don't know what the real name is, but look at this. This graphic and prisms in this glitter is, yeah, I'm going to bring that heart shape back to the show because it's Ahsoka. So with this bag, you're probably like, Schnubble, why didn't you use all rainbow hardware? And I was like, I wanted to keep this very simple. It's all black with antique accents. And I wanted the glitter to really shine off the black and just have it simplistic. Just having that dash of magical with a little bit of antique. I use these really cute chunky pools. And the inside is water resistant canvas. And then instead of doing the regular pocket, I did the clear pocket inside as well. So I thought this was like the cutest bag I've made in a long time. If you haven't made the Rosie yet, definitely make it. I don't know how it looks like it's complicated when you're cutting out the pieces, but Shannon made this pattern. It comes together super fast. And everyone always likes the way it looks, and it's just a fun bag to make. My favorite part of the bag, actually, I do like the 3D with the pocket with the darts, but this is what I like the most because it's not free floating. It's not free floating. It's like riveted in place, and it's so down in place between the hidden strap connector so you can't see on this side. This is my favorite part of this bag. I get excited doing it all over and over again. Hey, I was talking about you the other day, Leslie. We were not able to put your your new the fundamental toe, the new stuff. So how you have the middle divider, how you re-released it. So yeah, this is my favorite part of the Rosie. At like every time I make it, I get like giggles because there's no shifting of this hardware because of the way Shannon has this sewn down. These are hidden strap connectors and then rivets, and then I did a little bit of, the Falcon. But yes, I decided to go all antique with this holographic glitter. This glitter is, the prisms just shift. It's very fine. It's not chunky. And what I wanted to show you is what it looks like. I still have more of it. I'm going to make myself a bag. Look at, I just took down a whole bunch of stuff. So see that glitter? Like, it is amazing. If this was a nail polish color, I would wear it every day, all day, because it's so fine that you have to see it, but the prisms are just so amazing. The shifting, and that's not even with the light fully on it. So this is that. I got this glitter one. I have enough to make maybe a Clear Tuesday toe or a Miranda that's in clear I've been trying to think of. This is a really pretty one. I don't like clear vinyl as much as everyone else does. I'm obsessed with this one. For this Rosie, I used Heat and Bond fusible fleece. I haven't used foamed with it yet. It doesn't really need it. Shannon has unusual pattern pieces. If you haven't got any of her patterns, just if you get the Aries, if you get the Gaia, you get any of that, her pattern pieces are not normal. Because of that, she kind of works like somebody folding paper, like a person that does origami. When her pattern pieces finally connect and merge, they create their own level of stability because of how they are built. So like in this one, there's two separate arches to connect to the middle and the back exterior. They're two different sizes. The back, the one closest to the back exterior is a little bit wider than the one that's for the middle. And because of its shape like that, because it's shaped like a cone kind of, it automatically has stability. So she builds in stability off of shapes versus having it off of interfacing in foams. I'm hoping I explained that right, but that's the best way I can say it. Shannon's bags are not really have stability because of foam or fleece or any of that. It's because of the shapes that she builds in, and when you sew them, it kind of just makes it stand up. Kind of like if you were to fold a flat piece of paper into a triangle and you put it on the table and it sits up. So, yeah. And then the binding helps tremendously. Absolutely. So that's what hers is based off of stability of seams versus stability of interfacing. That's just my personal opinion. She may be like, nah, Shanova, I do it off of interfacing. But from what I gather from sewing her patterns, I don't expect to have the foams, the heavy Decaville lights or anything like that. I expect the bag to stand up because of the seams that she creates and the shapes that she creates. It makes it have its own stability. Good morning, Lynette. Yeah, the binding helps tremendously. I love her binding method. I kind of use it now for everything. It just looks so clean. It's so clean. Like you're like normally when people are ashamed of their binding, they'll be like, "Yeah, here's the bag, and I did the inside," and I'm like, "Yeah, do you see this binding?" No, you really can you? Because it all merges together so effortlessly. Yeah, Rosie was really great because we learned about darts. We learned about like I told you in the beginning, hers is based off of there's no foam. This is fleece in here, and see how this gusset part is. This is smaller and this is wider because of this like funnel kind of shape. It automatically makes it stand up. We learned about hidden strap connectors in the different sorts over here. I love the fact that this isn't free forming. At first, I liked the free form, but then I thought the tug having it get tugged on, it can wear and tear the rivet where the rivets are and the thread is over time versus having it in one final place. So I really like this bag. Rosie is one of my favorite slings to make. It takes me longer to cut out than to sew. Sewing it's breezy. Cutting out, I'm like trying to make sure that I don't mess up. Like because I call it the Ronald McDonald arch because it's like one and then there's another one and they're similar in shape but they're not. So I did get the template. I actually have the Rosie template from Leslie. It is really pretty. It's blue. It has blue writing. It's just so pretty. Every time I work with it, I love it. And I gotta say, they're pretty durable. I'm not gentle at all. I'm a clumsy oaf. I already know it. And it has dropped on my concrete floor. There hasn't been any cracks or chips or anything like that. So it's a solid pattern. I love that she had all the little pieces to it, and I don't know. I'm a fan of Leslie's. You already know that I have her her rivet ruler by every single one of my desks. I need to get one more because my Juki 1341 doesn't have one. So yeah, you would think I would just move things around. No, I'm super lazy. Every station has its own thing because if I don't, then I'll go crazy in the middle of it and trying to do it. Yes, the strap rivet guide is got life because I can't eyeball. Like everybody be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna eyeball it," and I'm like, "How do you do that?" How do you do? There's certain things I just can't do. I asked Lauren. I before we went live, I was like, "Hey, when I come over there to teach, can you teach me one thing?" And her face was like, it was intrigued, like, what can I teach you? And I'm like, I can't make a zipper pocket when they make two lines and it's not a box. So I seen her do it like 1,000 times. I don't understand how y'all do that. That is magic, and it's like witchcraft that I can't do. So I'm like, I need to learn how to do this so that way I can teach somebody else because for the life of me, every time I do it, I wind up going back over and then sewing the lines on the sides. Yeah, I like the strap guy. Yes, especially when you have a hidden strap connector. If you have a hidden strap connector and you do not have that rivet centered, everyone's going to notice. It's like a mole that on a clear palette. It's just like mole, mole, mole. Like it's just really noticeable and you can't help it. And there's not much you can do to fix a misplaced rivet. I mean, you could put a butt in or put two rivets side by side, but you will know. And then somebody that has been sewing for quite some time will be like, "Oh yeah, she messed up. That's why I shouldn't have put two rivets there." And I'll be like, "Yeah, I sure did. I messed up." Because at that point, I'm so excited that the bag is coming together that sometimes I want to hurry up and rush the process. And that's why that strap thing is like goals because it helps. I also like the hemostats for feeding in straps through hidden strap connectors. Everyone asks me how I do that because I always make my hidden straps like probably 1/8 of an inch smaller and they're hard to get in. So I like to use hemostats to pull them through. So use your tools, people. So yeah, that's basically all I'm doing today is we're going to be doing Patreon. I need to cut out the bag. I still haven't decided on what materials I want to do. I thought about doing a Doctor Who bag. I thought about maybe doing like a Spider-Man bag, like having blue on the outside and having the inside all like the reds and stuff like that for Spider-Man. But I don't know. So I need to look at my cork and my wax canvas collections, what colors I have matching, and then I'll be able to pick out what I want to make. I haven't decided yet. I was thinking even Sailor Moon, or I have this really pretty Pokemon plaid that is like this cream and like light pink, and I thought it would be nice for the interior, and then the exterior could be the wax canvas, and I can have really cute Pokemon pools throughout the bag. So it's like cute classic, but like not what you would see in the stores or on every day. So I haven't figured out what I'm going to do yet. I looking through my fabric collection is always like I'm tremendously blessed, but it's also extremely overwhelming because like I have so many different genres and I don't want to I don't want to mess up because I'm so close to this convention that I don't want to mess up. So there's that. So I'm gonna finish my black coffee. Thank God, because my husband got this other one that had like vanilla something in it. It was gross. I like coffee black. I like the taste of coffee. I do like drinking like flat whites or whatever occasionally, but preferably I like ice cold black coffee. I'm weird. I also like tea without sugar too. I don't know what's wrong with me. So I'm gonna charge up my tablet and start getting my table ready so that way I can do my Patreon today, and then I'm going to get things prepared to cut things out. So I hope everyone has a really awesome day and you're able to accomplish whatever you got to do today. If not, there's always tomorrow, and I'll talk to you guys later. Okay.